Here we are with Carl Casper and the Young American. This was a dragster that they ran in the early 70s. Real famous car. Tell us about that car.
Well, it was my third dragster, and I was living in California at the time, so I raced out of the Keith Black Racing stable, and it was a phenomenal car right from the get-go. The first pass we made on it at the time was just phenomenal, and we went on and won the AHRA Winter Nationals. We set the track record at the NHRA Ontario Super Nationals. Won the this jacket, by the way, is a $100,000 jacket because of all the parts it took to win it. Took winning 3 of the races at the All-Pro meet. And let me tell you, Top Fuel Racing in California was, about 60 to 70 cars show up to make a 16-car field. So you can see the competition and how difficult it was to be able to win and set track records in that. But this car was my best car as far as competition, and certainly proved its worth at all the different meets we went to. My team of Leland Kolb, Johnny Cranenberg, Keith Black, Danny Ongaius, Gary Cochran, Donnie Culp. We had a great team and really worked good together, and did our best to win every race we went to. So a lot of fun.
Now tell us about this car beat a couple of Don Garlitz's cars. I think it was the only one to beat a couple of them, wasn't it?
Yes, it's the only known fuel dragster that I know that actually at the NHRA Super Nationals in Ontario, California in 1970, we beat his last front engine car, and then we beat his rear engine car at Orange County. So it's quite a phenomenon because he's one of the, well, he is the top drag racer that I've certainly ever known or ran up against, and it's quite a feat to be able to beat him and beat both of his cars, front engine and rear engine. So very, very exciting, and you know, again, once he got his rear engine car dialed in, he was unstoppable at that point. But prior to that, I had basically retired from drag racing and moved on to all my other ventures with cars. So great time and great racing, and again, he's one of the best racers in the world, and just a real great competitor. So we had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Hey, we're here with Kevin Anderson from Indianapolis, Indiana. He's got a beautiful Cadillac. The thing is off the hook. He does a show in Indianapolis every year that's a traditional car show. Tell us a second about that.
You bet. It's called the Custom Car Revival. It's held every year in June.
Okay.
It's specifically for traditional customs from Harry Westergaard through a Larry Watson time frame. We have a ball, and all the money that's raised we give to charity to the Alzheimer's Association.
All right, and Mike here is from up by Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is kind of right around where we're at, and he's got Gas Axe Garage. He's the guy that built this car, does phenomenal work. If you need a cool car built, this is the guy to see. I'm here with Chad with Brutally Sexy. This thing used to be a 36 Chevy. It's crazy. Tell us a little bit about this thing.
Well, I started with a 1936 Chevrolet sedan, and I turned it into a 4-door Chevrolet dually. It's actually when I started with the cab, and I made sure that the cab was going to look like a truck before I kept going, because if it didn't, there wasn't no need to build it.
Yeah.
So I actually cut the back of the car off, made the whole back. It's got a 35 Chevy back end in it. When everything come together, then I took it and cut it down the middle and widened it a foot. And then that's where it went from there crazy.
Yeah, it
So
definitely is. Now, how many thousands of hours do you got in it?
2 years straight.
2
every
years.
day.
That was what you did full time. Now, do you
Well,
build
well, no,
cars and stuff too for
Yeah,
people?
I had to keep a shop running
Okay.
and build it.
All right.
And I only had one other guy
Okay.
that was 100% with me.
All right. Now, where are you out of?
South Carolina.
What's the name of your shop?
It's called Chad's Custom Dreams.
Hey, I'm here with Jim, and he's got a 36 Ford named Velocity, and this thing is a super awesome looking car, upside and down and the whole right around the whole thing. Tell us a little bit about it, Jim.
Well, I got the car in 1999, bought it in Springfield, Missouri, just a bone stock driver car, and I always wanted to build a hot rod, so I tore it all apart, started working on it, friends and family, and we got it going, and it's been on the show circuit for since about 08, 09, in that range, and been having a great time with it. Had a lot of modifications to the body and to the frame, to the engine, interior. Everything is custom. Most of it's one-off. It's all steel. It's all original steel Ford body and body panels. So that's where I'm at. I do this a lot. I go to a lot of shows, enjoy that, enjoy the people, enjoy the cars, and just have a blast, have fun.
We're finally back to Louisville. We had a lot of fun, didn't we, Carl?
Oh, absolutely. And one thing I want to point out to anyone, if you ever get a chance to take a trip with Jeff Cook and JJ, it's an insane trip, and but it's not a trip, it's an adventure. And a couple things I learned from Jeff is, one, being a monster truck driver with a lot of experience, he does not know how to lift his foot on the gas pedal. He only knows one thing, and that's to hammer it and stay in it and ride it out. And that, you might go through a few ditches. You may launch yourself here and there, a few positions and places and things like that. But no, the main thing I learned about Jeff was not only does he have a great personality, but he actually could probably make a living as a stand-up comedian. He has got a plethora of jokes and stories and war stories. And I actually think most of them are true. And I don't think he was exaggerating. Just couldn't travel with better people than he and his son JJ. And I was so glad to get to spend the time coming back with him here to Louisville. I was going to grab a quick flight, and then they said, come on, jump in the trunk, and we'll let you ride with us.
Yeah, we was in kind of a small car,
yeah.
And so that made it a little interesting between all of his luggage and everything that we had. It was a snug fit.
It was a challenge. It was a challenge.
But it was an adventure. We
oh, yes.
we had some experiences we probably shouldn't tell about because we might be incriminated.
Yeah. Well, and you may not be able to go back to Tulsa. But no, it was, the people there were great. Daryl Starbird and Donna were great. Cliff, Christy, all of them there, they just treated us like gold. We had a blast. Great adventure coming back. We are alive at this point, at least. And it was wonderful. And all I can tell you is anytime Jeff Cook is involved in any project, you are in for the time of your life. And just strap yourself in tight because you're going to need it. And also plan on a lot of laughs and having a ball.
One of his right-hand men told me that we probably wouldn't hear much from him on the way back, and it was about, an 8-hour ride?
You're right.
And I don't think he slept a wink.
Well, and I don't think I stopped screaming at Jeff. Slow down, watch out, look out.
So we had a lot of fun, and all the good experience stories didn't really come from me. He's got 50 years, 55 years of being out doing shows, and I can tell you he's got a ton of stories, and hopefully we can do some more time like this with some videos and actually share some of the stories, the ones that won't get you put locked up or get you put in a mental ward. So, but thanks for watching the show. This has been a fun trip, and hopefully we'll have some more like this.